This is Zach Rockford's cast blog on soccer, 2010. Um, Now, I haven't been blogging as much as I should be on this activity in general, but to a certain extent, I feel that cast blogging is obviously a tool, and I have been moving a little bit away from it in this activity, which is partially because this activity lends itself to the same sort of conclusions day in and day out. There's a lot of it, and there is a lot of the same stuff to blog about. That being said, um, I have been falling down on this blog. So we just finished up our regular season, 10-6. So I think that's the best Sturgis record I have been part of for soccer. I think 10-5 was our baseball record, 10-4. So it's one of the best teams I've played on in Sturgis soccer. Now, I'm not going to do a conclusion or wrap up today because we have our state tournament game, which is going to be next weekend. So this is going to be a week of tough practice. Now, last Friday we had our game against New Testament. I scored one goal, which brings me up to 15 or 16 goals, I think, on the season, which is a little more than a goal a game, goal and a half, because I missed a couple games. So I was pretty happy with that. One of my goals was to score a lot of goals. The other thing is, one of my goals was to start shooting from outside the 18. And my goal against New Testament was outside the 18. For my other goal against New Testament last week, I actually shot from 25 yards out, put it right up over the goalie's head. That was a great shot. I felt really good about that. So that's increased awareness of your own strength and areas for growth. That's trying to grow in those areas from shooting from the outside, getting better with my footwork. Being said, I still need to work on that. That's definitely something I want to work on this week in practice to get ready for that state game. Working collaboratively with others. Obviously, I always blog about Matt French with this one because Matt's my other wing. But the other thing, working collaboratively with others here, is my big blog point for this one. I didn't play soccer as a freshman, so it was a little bit tough for me to come on as a sophomore and to try and ingratiate myself with this team. Because soccer is such a team game. You do have to work so well with the rest of the team, and I didn't really know any of the guys. So that was a little difficult for me, and recently that sort of reared its ugly head because they were talking as we wrapped up. They were all taking pictures. Coach was taking pictures of the original eight, the eight seniors that were on this team 4 years ago when they were awful. We were awful my sophomore year. Don't give me that bunk. But they wouldn't let me in the picture with them. And I understand that to a certain extent, but at the same time, these are guys that I've been playing with for 3 years, varsity soccer now. And I know I wasn't there, but I would argue that I have been as much as a part of this team as they have. I've been there for some pretty crappy losses and some pretty good wins. So that's an ethical implication as well. On one hand, you have I understand that. They are more exclusive, They were there. They suffered through that freshman year. But it's a freshman year that I would gladly have suffered through with them. I wish I had played freshman year. I regret not playing freshman year. If I had it to do over, I'd play freshman year. But I feel that I was and am a part of that core group. Those are my good friends. Hey, Uh, anyway, that's a little bit of an ethical implication. That's also working collaboratively with others. Now, for this next week, we really have to work hard. I know some of us getting a little uptight. It's going to be a big game for us. We've never gone past the first round in the state tournament. We may play the team that we played last year, Dover Sherburne. We'll find out on the 4th. That should be exciting.